Let us have a look at stanza 1. Okay, it says here, oh, the dance van ons sister. Okay, oh, the dance of our sister. Okay, so that's a metaphor. Okay, so die reën word as 'n eenbolingsvrou gesien wat dans teen oor die aarde gaan. Okay, so the rain is seen as a native woman. Eenboling vrou. Okay, as a native woman who's dancing across the earth. Okay, so the rain can't literally dance, okay? So this is a metaphoric phrase. It says die reën word met 'n vrou vergelyk. So the rain is being compared to a woman, okay? Why? Because vrouens is vrugbaar, okay? Women are fertile, okay? They bring forth life, okay? En wanneer dit reën lei dit tot gooi of lewe in die natuur, okay? And whenever it rains, it leads to growth. Guys, remember how I talked about when it rains, plants start growing, you know, things just start having life to it, okay? So it leads to growth and life in nature, okay? And sister, okay? Whenever they're referring to sister, they're referring to the rain, okay? Word jy die hele gedig met 'n hoofletter geskryf om die woestynbewoners se respek of eerbied wat hulle vir die suster het of om haar belangrikheid te beklemtoon, okay? So the word sister is written in capital letter, okay? Look at this, sister, capital letter, okay? It's written in capital letter throughout the whole poem. Why? Okay, it's to indicate to us that the desert dwellers have respect. Okay, they have respect and honor for the sister, and it's there to also emphasize her importance. Okay, it says here, sister, die naam van die reën. Okay, so sister is the name of the rain. And then, she's family. The sister brings verligting van die droogte. So, the sister brings relief from the drought. Okay? You know the over here, the dance van our sister, okay? Oh, the dance of our sister. It indicates like joy, okay? Emotion of joy and ecstasy. You know when you're like so happy, so excited, okay? Dit die emosie van vreugde, ekstase, blydskap, opgewondenheid oor die reën, okay? So it indicates emotion of joy, ecstasy, excitement about the rain, okay? It says here, die spreker is gelukkig oor die reën, okay? So the speaker is happy about the rain. Finally, no more drought, there is life to the desert, alright? And the exclamation mark there by the first line, okay? It indicates how excited the desert dwellers are, okay? Beklemtoon die woonsteinbewoners se opgewondenheid, okay? And we also find alliteration of the S sound, okay? S, okay? It is there to emphasize the joy that's being experienced. Beklemtoon die vreugde wat ervaar word, okay? Cool. So, second line, it says here, eers op die bergtop loer sy skelm. Okay, so firstly she peeks over the mountaintop, okay? So, from lines 2 to 5, it is telling us that she's still far, okay? So, die reën is nog ver, okay? The rain is still far. Okay, because she's like peeking. She's like, oh, should I come out yet? Is it my time? Okay, she's still peeking. Okay, it says hier, die woestynbewoner raak bewus van die naderende reën toe, dit nog ver buite die woestyn is. So like the desert dwellers, they're aware that the rain is approaching, but it's still far outside the desert, okay? So, loer sy skelm, okay? She's peeking, very shy, okay? It says here, reën nog baie ver, okay? So the rain is still very far or a distance away, a distansie weg, okay? And skelm over here, shy and all that can also indicate she is ondeend of stout of geheimsinnig, okay? So she's like naughty or secretive or mischievous. She's like, should I come out? No, I shouldn't. Let me give them a little peek. Hello, I'm here. And then she goes back in, okay? So she's still like hiding, okay? It says here, eers, okay, firstly, okay, word geskryf, okay, is being written first. Sorry, word eerste geskryf is being written first, okay? So that is inversion, in versie, okay? Why did they put it first over here? It is to emphasize, okay, that at first, initially, she is shy, okay? Let us look at lines 3 and 4. It says here, en haar oge is skaam, okay? En sy lag saggies, and her eyes are shy and she laughs softly, okay? Oge is eyes, okay? It says here, die eerste teken van die reën word as 'n jong vrou voorgestel wat loer en lag. Okay, so like the first signs of rain, okay, it's being represented as a young woman peeking and laughing. Okay, take note of that. And scum, okay, the shy, it's telling us that die reën is ver. Okay, so the rain is far. Oh, reën wys net, okay, the rain is just showing itself. Oh, nog nie definitief dat dit gaan reën nie. Okay, so not yet certain if it will rain. Okay, grijsvolk kan net gesien word. Okay, so gray clouds can be seen. Okay, signs that it's gonna rain. And when it says lag saggies, okay, laughing softly, the rain is not actually laughing softly. It is the thunderstorm that is grumbling really softly, like, you know, I don't know how they do it, but you get it. So, die donder weer, okay, the thunderstorm, soft rumble, sagte dreuning, of gerammel, okay, or like soft rattles, okay, and we find assonance of the A sound, okay, the A, lag saggies, okay. Cool. Lines 5, it says here, and van ver af, wink sy met die een hand, okay? So like, and from far she waves with one hand, okay? That is a personification because the rain cannot wave at us, okay? That cannot be done, okay? Sy, she, which they're referring to the rain, is nog ver, okay? It's still far, maar nou maak sy contact met die mense oorhede, okay? But this is now where she makes contact with the people she's waving, okay? So sy roep die woonsteen bewoon en vertel hulle sy is op pad, okay? So she's calling the desert dwellers and telling them that she's on her way, prepared to receive me, okay? Sy gee hulle 'n teken dat sy op pad is, okay? She gives them a sign that I am there, okay? It says here, a mens kan in die verte die wolke met 'n bietjie reën sien, okay? So one can see the clouds with a little rain in the distance, okay? And here we see a figure of speech called polies indenten. It is the repetition of the conjunction. And, you know, they keep on repeating and, okay, from lines 3 to 5. Cool. Line 6, it says here, her armbande blink and her krade skitter, okay? So her bracelets shine and her beads sparkle, okay? So this is a metaphor, okay? Rain cannot have bracelets or beads or whatever. When they're saying this, they're actually referring to lightning, okay? Her bracelet shining, they're referring it to lightning. Now, how in the previous few lines, when they talked about laughing softly, the rain doesn't actually laugh softly, but it is the thunderstorm, okay? So, it says here, metafoor, okay, it's a metaphor, vergeerlike taal gebruik, it's a figurative language, okay? Hulle sien die blitse, okay? So they see the lightning, or die weerlig, same thing in die verte, okay? So they see the lightning in the distance, okay? Die weerlig is now here, okay? The lightning is now here, okay? The lightning is blinking, it's winking, it's shining, okay? When they talking about wink, blink, skitter, wink, shine, or sparkle, they're referring to the lightning. You know when the lightning says I'm here, then it comes back out. You know lightnings, guys, when you see lightnings, they don't really stay forever. You know, you just see poop and then it goes. Cool. Okay, let's look here. Jy wiele of juwelier sware, okay, jewels or jewelry. We've got the bracelet, die armband, die krale, the beads, okay. Mooi maak goed wat 'n bruid sal dra as sy trou, okay. So these are like beauty items that a bride wears like when she gets married, okay. Here we have a sense of sight, presence, sigsintuig, okay, because we can see the lightning, we see the flashes, okay, sien die weerlig of blitse, okay, and blink and skitter, okay, shine or sparkle, it's the same thing, okay, synonyme, okay, synonyms. Line 7, it says, yeah, saggies say, saggies roep sy, okay? She calls softly, okay? So she doesn't necessarily call people like, hey, I'm here, okay? It is the thunder, okay? Hulle hoor die gerammel van die donder weer, okay? So they hear the rumbles of the thunder, okay? And here we experience the sense of hearing, okay? Gehoor sintuig, okay? What do we hear? We hear the thunderstorm, okay? Saggies over here, softly, it's telling us that the thunder is still far away, okay? Cool, we can't hear it. It's the how can I say, it's not very prominent. The noise is not really prominent, okay? Lines 8 to 9, it says here, sy vertel die winde van die dans en sy nooit hulle uit, want die werf is wyd en die bruiloft goed, okay? So, she tells the wind of the dance and she invites them because the yard is wide and the wedding is big, okay? Sy praat met die wind en sy nooi hulle uit om aan die fees, okay, die bruiloft te kom deelneem. So she calls the wind, she speaks to the wind, hey, come, I'm inviting you to take part in this wedding, okay? And what does this tell us? The wind starts blowing, die wind begin waai, okay? The sister gaan met die woonstein trou, okay? So the sister is going to marry the desert, or die reën en die aarde trou, or the rain and the earth are getting married. They're not actually getting married, but it's gonna rain and everyone is invited to see the big moments, the big events and all that. It says here, dit is 'n groot geleentheid, okay? It's a big event, okay? And almal word uitgenooi, everyone is invited, okay? So werf, okay? The yard that they're referring to, it is die groot Kalahari, it's the great Kalahari. Cool. It says here, alliteration, okay? Alliteration, we find alliteration over here. Repetition of the W sound, okay? See this, W, and all that. I'm guessing this also. And it says here, bruiloft, okay? Bruiloft is a wedding, okay? And over here, we see personification. Die reën vertel die wind en nooi hulle uit. The rain tells the wind and also invites the wind. Because the rain can tell the wind, hey, come join me. Okay, it's a personification. But what it means to say is, it is signaling the wind that I'm coming, so you better start blowing. Because usually when it rains, there's like this huge wind blowing and trees are moving and all that. Cool.